Hello my fibre friends, welcome. Today is the day that I start my back to basics for left-handed crocheters, and today we'll be going through the information on the ball band of your yarn. We'll also be going through how to create a slip knot, create a chain, and then do a double crochet. That's what we'll be doing today. So I'll turn you to overhead and we'll make a start. Okay, so the first thing we're going to talk about is the information you find on the ball band. Now, each yarn company has a different way of showcasing what's on their ball band, but this is Deramores that I'm using, and it's the Baby Soft double knit, and it is nice and soft and squishy. And so we'll just go round the band here. Now in the first two squares here you will notice there's a pair of knitting needles and a crochet hook, and this is the tension square or gauge that you need to follow if you're making a garment. If you're making a scarf or a blanket, you don't necessarily need to do a gauge. It all depends on what type of blanket you're making. For example, if you're making a granny square blanket, then yes, you need to make sure that all your squares are uniform. Anyway, for the knitting needles, we've got 4mm and US 6. For the crochet hook, we've got 3.5 US E/4. Then we come on to how much is in this yarn, this ball of wool or yarn. It's 100 grams and it's approximately 330 meters and 360 yards. So when you get a pattern, it will, if you are not using the pattern recommended yarn and you're using another yarn, this is very helpful. For example, if they say you need 4 100-gram balls and the approximate is in their ball of yarn is say 280, and you know this yarn has got 330, then when they say 4, you know 4 yarns, you kind of know then that you've got the right amount. So then we go on to that it is in fact 100% acrylic and it was made in Turkey. Then we move down to this, which is the instructions of how to care for your garment, squares, whatever you make. These are the care instructions. So we've got machine wash at 40 degrees, cold rinse, short spin, do not wring. Then we come on to these symbols. Now these symbols are really important. So we've got a cross against the iron, so of course you don't iron it. We've got a cross against the bleach. Then we've got this, which you can tumble dry it because there isn't a cross, and you can dry clean it, but only with certain solvents. Then you've got the internet connections, so it tells you that they're on Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest and Instagram. And then this is important as well, this with the barcode. Now this colour is called lilac, and this is number is 70114. Now when I'm making a garment personally, because I've been knitting for over 50 odd years, I always check that when I buy another yarn, another ball of wool, that it has the same 70114. So as long as them two numbers are the same, I know that it's you know, it's good. It's good. So yeah, so put that to one side. So that is the ball band. And it also says Terra Moores is a registered trademark of Terra Moores Retail Limited. Now, I'm not affiliated to Terra Moores in any way. I don't get paid for this or whatever. This is just, I love Terra Moores. In accordance with the BS 984 100 gram net as standard condition, and it is on. They have won in 2019 the best independent yard brand, the British Knitting and Crochet Awards. So anyway, we'll move on. So so this yarn says 3.5, so I've got a 3.5 crochet hook, and I bought these in a pack in here, and in here you've got stitch marker, counter, a little yarn cutter, the scissors I've cut in myself, and you've got an assortment of different crochet hooks, tape measure, and a tube, which is really handy to keep all your darning tapestry hooks in. So right, so we don't need any of them, we don't need this yet. So I'm going to show you how I take my yarn from the middle. I've already done that, and I always, because I'm left-handed, I always put the yarn on the right hand side because the yarn is being thread through my right hand. But if you're right-handed, you'll put it on the left because you thread your yarn through your left hand. Okay, and you can hold your, I hold my crochet hook in the knife position. Some people hold it in the pencil position. And did you know, well, centuries ago, it was thought that it was more ladylike for ladies to crochet with the pen in the pen position than in the knife position, so I'm not very ladylike. Okay, so what I do is I wrap the yarn around my finger, cross it, I put the hook through the top of the cross, grab the yarn, pull it through and pull it down, and I like to leave a nice long tail usually. So we'll do that again. So I like to leave a good size, so I need that. Use that finger, cross it, hold it down with your thumb, and then I put my hook through, grab the yarn, pull it through and slip it off. So I'll do that once again for you. So leave a nice tail, wrap it round your finger, put your yarn hook through the hook through the yarn, grab the yarn, pull, and you've made a slip knot. So that's how you make a slip knot. Now, how you wind your yarn round your fingers is entirely up to you, and how you hold your hook is entirely up to you, and how you do it and what's comfortable for you is fine. There is no right and wrong way how you hold your yarn or how you hold your hook. What is comfortable is more important. So I like to wrap my yarn around my finger, and then I kind of wrap it round, and I wrap it round a few times, but that is my method. So we're going to do a chain of 20. So it's quite loose, I don't want it too tight. So I put my yarn round the hook, pull through the first chain, the slip knot, and I've chained 1. Holding the tail, I always hold my chain, yarn round hook, pull through, that's 2. Yarn round hook, 3. Yarn round hook, 4. And you just continually do that until you have 20 stitches. I'm just doing a kind of like a tension square. So there we go. So, and keep hold of it, and as you can see, I'm not trying not to have your stitch on your hook tight, kind of have it nice and loose so it's not too tight and it moves nice up and down your hook. So yarn round hook, pull through and off, yarn round hook, through and off, and I'm just going to continue that until I've got 20 stitches, 20 chain, a chain of 20. So let's see, and I count from the hook. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So this is 18, 19, 20. Now I'll just take the hook out and I just want to bring it close. Now to count, let me just get a tapestry needle out. I knew there was a reason I wanted the tapestry needle. Right. Okay, so you count your stitch. If you notice, you've got a row of V's. That is the first stitch, so that's number 1, number 2, number 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So I've got 20 on my hook. Now I'm going to chain 1 because this is going to act as the first to enable me to turn to go into this first stitch. It's not going to count as a stitch, so we're going to do a double crochet for UK, and this is a UK terminology video, but I will put up here, I will put the US terminology. So we're going to do a double crochet, and a double crochet in UK is, so I've chained 1, so I want to go into the second chain. So I'll put my hook through the top of the chain, I yarn round my hook, pull through, yarn round hook, pull through, and that is my first stitch. And then yarn through the top of the chain, yarn round hook, pull it through, yarn round hook, pull through, and that's 2. So the same again, the top of the chain, pull through the yarn, you've got 2 stitches on your hook, yarn round, pull through, and that is 3. Then you put your hook through the top of the stitch, yarn round hook, pull through, you've got 2 stitches on your hook, yarn round hook, pull through, and you've got 4. And what you're going to do is you're going to continue doing this all the way to the end. So I'll just go through it one more time and then I'll meet you at the end. So you put your hook through the top of the chain, you put your yarn round your hook, you pull through, yarn round hook, you pull through both stitches, and you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I will see you at the end at the last stitch. Don't do the last stitch, and I'll show you how to turn, to finish the row and to turn. Okay, so as you notice, it's curled, but that's fine, it will curl. But when you come to do your second row, it'll be fine. So what we're going to do now is, you've come to your last chain, and you do yarn through the top of the chain, yarn round, hook, pull through 2 stitches, yarn round, hook and you pull through and you've got 1 stitch. You're going to chain 1 and then you're going to turn your work. So you've got that. Okay, so you've chained your 1, I've chained it, I've got more yarn out my ball. So what we're going to do is we're going to do another row. So what we're going to do is we've chained 1 and we're going into the very first stitch here. So I'll just get me tapestry. So you're going to go back into this stitch here and you're going to go through both. If you see the top of your work, you will see a row of stitches right across. So you're going to go in the very first, and that will be 20. I know there's 20 there because I've counted. So what you want to do, you've chained 1, and you're going to put your hook between them 2, yarn round the hook, pull through, yarn round hook, take 2 stitches off, and that is your first stitch. So you're going to do the first hook through the top of the beneath the stitch, yarn round hook, pull through, yarn round hook, take the 2 stitches off, and you've done 2. So we'll do that again. Yarn through the stitches, and remember you've picked up the 2 V's, yarn round hook, pull through, yarn round hook, pull through both stitches, and you've got 3. Yarn through the top of the stitch below, yarn round hook, pull through, yarn round hook, pull through, and that is another stitch. So work your way right the way across to the end, and I'll see you with the last stitch. Okay, so I've done my 19 and I've counted to make sure I've got 19. I'm on to the last stitch, and I'm going to put my hook through the stitch below, yarn round hook, pull through 2 stitches, yarn round hook, pull through 1 stitch, and that is what you should have. So we'll do again, I'll show you one more time how to turn. And so you do 1 chain, you turn your work, and then you put your hook through the first stitch, yarn round hook, pull through the second stitch from below, yarn round hook, pull through, yarn round hook, pull through, and that gives you a straight edge. So we'll go through it again, yarn through the stitch below, pull through, yarn round hook, pull through, and just continue doing that, taking your time. There's no rush. The more what do they say? That saying is more haste, less speed. So the more you're quick, the more mistakes you're likely to make. And this gives a really nice texture. This single crochet, this double crochet, I should say. Single crochet is the American abbreviation, and this is the UK abbreviation, which is terminology, which is double crochet. There we go. So just work our way across the 20 stitches, and I'll go through with you turning one more time, and then I'll I'll see you at the other end. So, okay. And you see how easy it is with having the yarn on your right hand side. It is how easy it is to get more yarn. So I'm on the last stitch. I'm going to do my double crochet. I'm going to chain one. I'm going to turn my work. And we'll do one more row. I'll do the first couple of stitches with you, and I'll meet you at the end, and we'll have a little chat then. So I've chained my one, I've turned my work, put my hook through the stitch below, yarn round hook, pull through, yarn round hook. That's my first stitch done. Yarn through, yarn round hook, pull through, yarn round hook, off 2 stitches. So I will see you at the end. Okay, so we're going to leave it there now until the next time. I'm not going to finish this off. I'm going to put a stitch marker in and hold it, stop my work from unraveling, because next week I'm going to show you how to do a treble crochet, which is a double crochet in US. So you can go away and practice and get your tension right. If it's too loose, go down a hook size, and if you've started with a 3.5, then go down to a 3. If it's too tight, go up a hook size to a 4. But that's where we're going to leave it for today. I do hope you come back next week, because we will be doing, as I said, we'll be doing the UK treble crochet. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this has helped you in to do the chain, the stitch, the double crochet, turning, how to get nice straight edges, and a little bit about the ball band as well, the information. Don't forget that every ball band is different from different companies. They vary from company to company, but on the whole they should have the information what I talked to you about at the beginning of this video. Thank you once again for joining me today. I look forward to seeing you again next week. Don't forget to give a like, thumbs up, leave a comment, and share with your friends. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you get notifications of when I'm next next video goes live. Bye bye for now, everyone, and stay safe. Bye bye.